Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Graphics. Today we're going to talk about material nodes and how texture packs work. Specifically, color map and the roughness map. So first, let's just remove the cube and add a plane. Okay, so dito ko gagawin yung mga sample na ituturo ko sa inyo. So, punta tayo sa shading tab. Actually, I just want to point out that I know a lot of you guys that have subscribed months before, I anticipated that you have watched different tutorials and actually learned new ones without my channel, and I think that you might not need this video because you know how to work on things much complicated than before. But this video is just, just to keep my my channel scaling from beginner's point of view up to the advanced point of view. I'm just not gonna jump from beginner to advanced, because I have missed a lot of videos. So yeah, so first, if we added a new mesh, mapapansin natin na wala tayo ditong information. So to do that, we're just gonna go and click the mesh and click on new. Okay, so dito ito yung makikita, itong principal BSDF and ay makikita nyo dito sa material properties. So this is just basically it. Okay, but I want to talk about here. So hover over this window and click on Control plus space. It will maximize the window of the shaders editor. Okay, so first I want to talk about values. So values here in Blender are ranging from 0 to 1. Okay, so everything in between is just decimals. Okay, how does that work? Okay, so values work by applying something, depending on the value. Kung 0 ang value neto, ibig sabihin 0% yung mai-apply ng isang texture or ng isang effect. Kung 1 naman yun, ibig sabihin 100% effectivity yung ilalagay mo sa isa pang bagay. Okay? I hope that makes sense to you guys because we're gonna use that later on. And yeah, for example dito, roughness, pag 0.5 yan, ibig sabihin in the middle of being really shiny or having no roughness at all and being 100% rough. Okay, so pag ginawa natin tong 0.5, sabihin tama lang yung pagkaka-shiny niya and tama lang yung pagkaka-rough niya. Okay, so that's basically it. I hope it makes sense. Okay, so now let's add a color image. Okay, to do that, you may Shift A, go to texture and image texture. Okay, or go to here, just search image and enter. The first one is going to be image texture. Okay, so here let's go ahead and open a file which I saved here in the desktop. Okay, so by default, if you haven't set up this yet, ito yung magiging itsura nun. Okay, so naka vertical list siya. What I recommend you to do is to change the display mode from the vertical list to display thumbnail list, because you can actually see what you are going to pick up. Okay, so color input, let's add that. Okay, so color input is basically the color of an image. So what the hell does that mean? Okay, so pag sinabi natin color, ibig sabihin wala tayong kahit anong roughness or occlusion, ambient occlusion information na nangyayari. Okay, to have a great example for that, let's just actually go and click on the color output and just drag it on the surface input of the material output, and let's exit from the maximize window. Okay, so here makikita natin wala siyang shine or roughness or anything like that. Ngayon, pag nilagyan natin siya dito, okay, itong color input dito sa base color at itong BSDF output dito sa surface input, makikita natin nagkaroon siya ng shine. Bakit? Because of all the different data from here. Ngayon, yung sinasabi ko kanina na ang meaning ng 0 to 1 is just basically how the effectivity of a application is going to be. Pag nilagay natin to dito sa roughness, tas in-expand natin, makikita natin na hindi na natin makikita yung shine or kung naman tawag doon. Kasi naging rough na siya. Okay? Pero ba't natin kailangan ng roughness map? Okay? Kasi pag nag-add tayo ng roughness map, makikita natin, hold on. Okay, open natin yung roughness map and go to the folder. Okay. Makikita natin dito sa roughness map, hindi siya katulad ng color map na may kulay. Okay? Kasi hindi siya talaga for the actual look of the material, if you know what I mean. Black and white siya. Ngayon, bakit siya black and white? Kasi yung sinasabi kong values kanina, 0 to 1, yon ay nagte-take place din sa kulay ng isang bagay. So dito, lahat ng dark areas ay 1 and lahat ng much whiter areas ay 0. Okay? Hanggang mas dark yan, ibig sabihin mas mataas yung value ng roughness or ng kung ano man, ng value. Okay? Lahat ng makikita yung lighter dyan, ibig sabihin mas mababa yung value. Okay? Pero, wala kayong makikitang black dyan, di ba? I mean, dark siya, pero wala kayong makikitang sobrang black na black. Maybe just a little bit, but not entirely black. Makikita nyo lang dyan in between light gray, white, and dark gray. Walang purong black. Ang difference na tong pag nilagay natin tong map, roughness map, at ginamit tong roughness value na to. Kasi pag dito sa roughness map, makikita natin, di ba sabi ko, yung whiter values are much closer to 0 and the darker values are much closer to 1. Meaning, may mga part dyan, okay, yung mga lighter values, ibig sabihin, iti-take ng Blender, sasabihin ni Blender, ay, etong part na to, hindi masyado magkakaroon ng roughness. While yung darker ones, magkakaroon siya ng much rough part. Okay? This is actually good because in the real world, kapag humawak ka ng isang object, you're gonna look at it, hindi siya purong buong-buo talaga na pantay-pantay rough or pantay-pantay na shine. Okay, so sinabi ko dito na sinasabi ng Blender na yung whiter areas are much smoother than the darker areas. Ngayon, pag hindi natin in-apply yan, makikita natin, hold on, makikita natin na bakit parang hindi mo makikita yan ngayon. Pero ang difference ng roughness ay ito kasi sa lahat niya ina-apply, okay? Whether dyan sa darker areas na yan, which I think na dapat hindi masyado mag-i-emit ng shine because it's much rougher than other areas. Pag tinignan natin dito sa color map, hold on, baliktad. So ito pala ay itong mga part na to ay darker because sinasabi ng color map na itong part na to ay hindi masyado shiny dapat. Pero pag ginamit natin yung yung roughness, makikita dapat sinasabi ng roughness na to ay hindi siya nagkakaroon ng mapping na etong part na to ay smoother, etong part na to ay darker. Ang ginagawa lang nito ay lahat-lahat na yan 0.65 yung roughness. Okay? Pag nalagay ko to, lahat-lahat na yan, lahat ng part na yan, whether it is this part or this part, hindi siya katulad nito na may whiter or darker areas. Lahat yan, pag nilagay natin to, pag kinrank natin to into 1, lahat yan ay darker areas. Okay? Pag kinrank natin dito down to 0, lahat ng yan ay down to 0 or white, which is not good. Kasi in the real world, sinasabi ko nga, lahat ay hindi pantay-pantay. It will be much realistic if some places are not really smoother than the other ones and vice versa. So kaya natin siya nilagay dito. Okay, so balik natin itong BSDF output. ilagay natin tong color output ng roughness dito sa roughness input. Okay, ngayon, I would like you to actually change this color space attribute from sRGB to non-color. In that way, it's actually the proper way of using different texture packs, image textures. So naturally, dapat ang color image lang ang magiging sRGB. Yung iba, non-color dapat. Non-color data lang. Okay? Mas magiging accurate yan. Okay, ano may sinasabi ko kanina? Ngayon, ito makikita nyo. Makikita nyo, di ba? I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but some places are really showing up because, and what I mean by that, may mga places talaga nakikita nyo. Ayan o. Kita nyo yan? Pag hindi tayo gumamit ng roughness input, hold on. Gawin natin ito 5.5. Ayan, may kita nyo na parang iba, di ba? Kasi hindi siya nag-take value, hindi siya nagkaroon ng magandang value na compatible dito para sa color map natin. Pag nilagyan natin yung color output tsaka dito sa color input, makikita natin na much accurate yung nagiging roughness niya. Kasi may mga part na smooth, may mga part na rough. Kaya nagte-take place yung information. Sana may natutunan kayo dito sa video na to, and I hope in the next videos mas makapag-explain ako na mas maayos with this type of tutorial. Thank you for watching, guys, and I hope you are safe, and I hope you have a great time learning in Blender. And as always, peace.